guys who have I mean, just names that come to mind as soon as I think of the Fisher squad. Have been there forever. Kind of leading in the new chapter here for Fisher. Pirate being one of those newcomers. We also have Talisman, who is new to the roster as well. We might see in the DPS lineup a little bit later on. And this is, I was talking to Faded just a little bit before we went live here, and was saying that they feel like this is the biggest test that they've had so far. That, and that this new squad hasn't quite been tested at the limit, and that the expectations that they have on themselves, and I think tonight will be a big proving ground for them here today.
Yeah, I agree. This is probably going to be one of their bigger teams. When you look at, a lot of the names and colleges that appear at the top of, lists of, be it here at NECC, at NACE, Overwatch League Homecoming, they're a name that pops up very frequently. Oh, yeah. So I do think that when you look at this Fisher squad, they have, like you said, I think he said it best. I think they have a lot to prove in this regard. I think they have so much to prove if they want to look and kind of step out of the shadow of the, the Fisher Esports name.
And they did that a little bit over the summer. We saw a lot of these players participating in Face It under a team called Voyager. So, yes. I mean, as Odos, Unread, Faded, Forgotten was part of that crew as well. Big Fisher name. We will be missed here today. But they were keeping warm and making sure that they were keeping their chops up in the offseason so that they could be at their best here for this collegiate season. Let's take a look at our map pool here for this season coming up. It is going to be a fixed order. We will have a loser pick going through. And, of course, you do have that Flashpoint Clash option there in map 4.
Yeah, and additionally in map 2, you will either choose hybrid or escort, which you'll see the other way down the road back in 4. So a lot of flexibility. I really do think this counter pick format now with these changes really gives the loser just a very unique and great advantage. So even if you aren't a control team, you still have a lot you can bounce back from.
It's good. I like giving power to the loser pick.
Yeah.
I feel like it really helps to not have so many 3-0s, and you can kind of tailor the match to where you think would suit your strengths.
Yeah.
The more options the loser pick gets, I think the better it is for competition.
Oh, I fully agree. I think when you look at especially, how Overwatch is growing and changed, we've seen the old formats of, here's 4 modes, everybody used to dread going to 2CP, but now when you can just actually avoid a mode or a map you don't like, it just gives you so much more ability to kind of change things up. But speaking of change things up, I don't know, Jeff, that we're going to see too much change from the current meta, even with this last patch. Things are still very consistent. So Fisher Navy showing us pretty much what I'm expected. The Bobcats, if pieces probably could actually roll out in this Genji, and I don't hate that. I do like the ability just to get a little bit more of a fade on that.
Genji's actually very strong right now.
Yeah,
I'll actually expect Atlas to swap to a Genji or something of the like.
Yeah.
Tracer's kind of fallen a little bit out since Juno has become so prominent.
Yes.
And there, indeed, Atlas will make that swap headed into this first sub-map.
Yeah, I mean, he's just the better duelist in so many regards, especially when it comes to getting past the bodyguard or break.
Well, and kind of catching up and playing through the air as well. You got that verticality option with the Genji that can be a little bit more difficult in certain maps with the Tracer. Tracer also got a bit of a nerf here recently.
Yeah.
To just her straight overall primary fire output. So, anyway, early damage coming in from Fisher onto the backline. Pantera and Proto both. We're taking a lot of shots, and they've kind of been kept on the outskirts. Looks like Fisher's starting to get some percentage built up, but Pantera's coming back in. Doesn't want to give him first cap for free. We'll go ahead and step on. Good shots in from Manually, trying to whittle down onto Faded early in the fight. Pantera still finally finds a way in, lands the energy javelin, dash through. Oh, but Peace gets cut down. What a peel there from Fisher Navy. All of them back up to Elephant beautifully, and they grab cap along the way.
Yes, and they managed to hold on to the ring. They used their ring first, which gave them a little bit of a comeback here. But they're still looking to complete kills, and Atlas is going to be there to clean it up. Yeah, the DPS line finally being able to wear down. Now that consistency of just sustainability is gone. A great read from them. That was a really long, slow fight, too. So, I mean, you can see it. Most of these ult charges are pretty much the peak of where we're going to be, but Peace noticeably just did not get to poke as much as Atlas did. So Atlas being closer to the blade is going to be such a game changer. It may mean that another long fight just goes to Fisher Navy simply because they will be able to pull the blade first here.
Got a bit of a rally advantage as well on that. Bobcat's trying to come in from underneath. Abs is going to pop an early and accelerate. Ooh. Oh, no! The Deadeye gets deflected back. Oh, that's one way to get an extra ult charge there for Peace. And It's a man advantage here for BSC as they try to move on to this point. Orbital Ray now in from Fisher Navy. Right over the objective. Both Arises trying to hang out in their own Orbital Ray. Here comes that early rally, but NY gets theirs up in time. Terra Surges traded out, and oh my goodness, everything just broke. Beta gets a kill off of that, manually returns the favor. And these teams are going tit for tat here throughout this fight. Mainly just trying to keep Abs from getting entrance here on this left-hand side. Who is playing DPS, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, that's a bit of a change of pace, but we talked about the changes that Fisher Navy really has kind of had to make and still that change that they're going through. So, I mean, Avs playing fairly well. Again, just helping to keep Peace in check, who's been fairly quiet, and that's what you need to do if you're Fisher Navy. You cannot let this flanker get on an angle, but now with Peace having the only blade up and nothing in the way, I'm really keeping an eye on it. It has to be huge.
Well, there's already one shot down, and Red falls as well, making 3 full horn for a Peace.
Ace.
No,
Ace.
The javelin yes. No, Peace gets it. That's 5 for Peace. Yeah. Oh my.
Beautifully done. That's a highlight reel for later. I mean, that's the best case scenario for that is, again, especially for Peace, because you know there's nothing. Everything just got spent in that last one. You know your blade is basically a free win, and it lets you at least get a little bit more into the old point bank here. They'll tick over to 40. You know, it still leads a couple of fights. It's, again, back in the neutral here, Pirate is a little bit ahead in the Ray fight, so that could be to the detriment of the Bobcats here.
Yeah, but if Peace is going to keep getting kills like that, Bobcats are going to be fine with it. They're not worried about macro economy. Just give Peace the controls and let Peace go assassinate. Even manages to dodge that javelin. Yeah, let the Orisa take the javelin. That's fine. That's fine. Rallies up for both squads, and it's a little bit of tiny overwatch as they fight for this hallway. Looks like Fisher's going to opt to rotate around. Still plenty of time to make this move. Both teams here with Orbital.
Yeah. Admittingly, like you said, Peace has been a little bit quiet aside from that blade, but Atlas has been showing a lot.
And was going to find two with the Deadeye right out of the gate. And NY is going to double down onto Pirate. And there's just no supports left here for Fisher to work with. This is BSC taking us to their last fight.
That's what I was keeping an eye out for and haven't been too loud on is the teamwork, the plays that come with this Orisa. Yeah, she's big and tanky, and that's why you love her, but the ability to kind of set your teammates up for play is something that is so important in this meta right now. Peace again.
With first pick, those first bloods are so important. Fisher just fighting from the back foot each time. Atlas will even the odds with that kill on to Abs. Has 2. Oh, but Peace gets
again.
The dash through. And looking to double down, triple down, if you would. Whatever damage you do to BSC, Peace will unleash on you tenfold, and they will take round 1.
I mean, I don't want to say that Peace put a lot of work in there, Jeff, but it's hard not to look at what happened whenever Peace had that blade. I mean, it was basically a free win. It was almost a guaranteed win. Thankfully, there were no ultimates across from them. There was nothing to do that. But his mechanics have been so clean. Like you said, he's been scoring those first picks, he's making those first bloods, and also just controlling the space so well. Just clearly has an incredible understanding of how to play Genji.
And even if, you know, I was going to say, even if you're not getting the work done in the neutral, Peace was getting the work done in the neutral. And you're getting 5K and 3K blades on top of it. You couldn't ask for anything more.
Yeah, say, when's the last time we saw, you know, a 4-piece out of a dry blade?
I'm about to say, unassisted.
Yeah, unassisted. No nano, nothing else. That's not common. Peace going to go over to the far here, so creating that space and controlling that way. I do like it. It's going to put a lot of pressure on Abs, who's already just deleted by Proto there.
2 quick picks. Don't underestimate how much damage those torpedoes will do. Ace was doing a bulk of the damage in the front of that. You can see leading the server in ult charge. Very indicative of how much early work Peace was getting in.
Yeah. Atlas is going to go to match now. It's going to be interesting, though, because Peace is, again, already ahead in that ult charge, so you have a lot of work to do. I mean, it just... Again, that's just what happens when you kind of come up the gate in an unexpected comp. You do run the Pharah here sometimes, especially since the air control is so good. I mean, and Peace, again, just has incredible mechanics for this, and this is a lot of work cut out for Atlas.
Such a fast-paced meta. Having, you know, the Pharah to be able to keep up and be able to affect from range. You can clearly see why they're there. Oh, and Atlas just gets picked off. Atlas trying to fight from range, and Peace comes in just like an F-22 to snipe him out of the sky. Now pouring some more rocket-style range, 76 towards the barrage, looping around and getting closer. Fisher looking a little awkward. Going to end up trying to back up across that small little walkway. They shoot Peace as they disengage, but unfortunately, they've dropped 2-3 themselves.
To Fisher Navy's credit, this isn't what you're seeing very commonly across most of these maps. This is one of those kind of, specific map picks, sub-map even picks. So it is a little bit differently, and especially because Peace is keeping the tempo. Peace is forcing engagements way earlier and just getting in the face of Atlas and also into Abs, which is really forcing them off. We're used to a slow meta here, Jeff, and Fisher Navy just can't keep up with the race.
He's got their back in a corner. Fortunately, there's a Mega in that corner, but here comes the rest of BSC trying to couple with it. A Wordle thrown in. They even have a rally should they choose. They're just going to run everybody out of kitchen. They're happy with that.
Yeah, great disengage. That no reason to take a fight. You still get one more shot to stop this. You have a couple of ults in, but
that's gonna be at least one. No, can't secure the kill onto Abs. Now the Deadeye in from the back. What a play out of Unread, able to get the cookie and to keep Abs alive through that initial burst of damage. Manually, he's actually gonna get one pick with the Deadeye. Terrorists are thrown in. Double down, triple down. Bobcats end up winning it out in the end, despite Peace Folly.
I mean, it was a great distraction, if nothing else. Sometimes you just make those plays to set your team for success. It was maybe a little bit aggressive, but in the end, like you said, a folly that still works out pretty well. The Bobcats look incredibly phenomenal on the back of those new pickups. I mean, Peace and Nenway they understand what they need to do in this given moment, and this is the 5K. I don't need to say anything about this. We know what it's going to be. But I do think that when you look at the Bobcats, they understand the machine is there. It's working fairly well, and they understand that, look, if we just trust our players to do exactly what we need to do and trust our engages, we can win these fights.
Also want to highlight Pantera, the other new pickup on the squad. Not somebody who has as much notoriety as far as namesake, not somebody we were seeing play in Stage 4 OWCS, at least not most recently, but
no.
Holy cow, what an addition, and you get somebody like that on your team that's kind of the new up-and-comer and is hungry to get better, and Pantera looks like one of those. And also, as a Dallas native, I respect it.
Yeah, I understand that entirely, but you are correct, because Pantera is also just looking so much better in the tank fight. I don't know the stats offhand, but I don't really think I've seen Pantera really have many deaths on the scoreboard. So even just looking at it, that's exactly what you want out of your tank player, is to just continue to control the space, be able to survive and rotate their abilities correctly. Those micro decisions and those, just knowing when to crack into those abilities just does so much for the Bobcats.
I mean, timing and positioning are everything in Overwatch.
Yeah.
All right, well, hey, it's a 1-0 lead and a clean 2-0 there in that map, so will be Fisher's pick heading into map 2. I mean, again, you get to choose either hybrid or escort, and it's hard to tell just from what little sample size we've seen here, Sam, which way they'd want to go.
Yeah, and considering that Fisher also picked Nepal, I'm also kind of interested because, what about Nepal was an interesting pick. You did get to play a lot of verticality. There's a lot of high ground that's important. So I'm wondering now if they might choose to avoid that, considering they've seen the Pharah. They've seen how Peace navigates the up and down verticals of the Genji. Maybe I know Ramatra is kind of off the board now. Those changes are coming through. So I'm wondering if maybe we just try to keep it a little bit more flat and try to focus on, controlling the space that way. Because in that first fight, I was actually, very impressed by Fisher, just letting the Genji control the flank, and the way they set themselves up to control the majority of that shrine space was a very textbook maneuver.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so we know we're going to hybrid. Yeah. And it's hard to deviate from this meta too much at this point. Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go, it's kind of ground and pound. I mean, you might be able to go to some kind of high ground and perhaps pull out the diva. I don't think Faded has that in their repertoire, though. I don't think of Faded as being a diva player. Perhaps some Winston, but Winston's kind of out of favor right now too.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much been the Orisa ground and pound. Every once in a while, we've seen like the Junker Queen ground dive, where you'll get the Lucio Curie, like Tracer Genji or Sombra Genji alongside a Junker Queen. But going into hybrid escort, I wouldn't expect to see that. Maybe on push or flashpoint or something like that, we might see it. But
there
hasn't been much deviation from the Orisa, unfortunately.
No, but But you did call it out earlier, Jeff. The Winston on a brig variation of like the dive kind of set
Yes, we have seen a little bit of that.
We've seen a little bit of that. So is that something that maybe they have in their pocket that maybe they're considering? I'm running my hybrid maps in my head, and I'm just trying to fight the urge to say they're just going to go to Kings Row. But when you look at all the other things, the other options there, it's like, well, Hollywood's pretty much high ground dominant. You look at Numbani, for capture point, really needs that high ground. Maybe they just
by the way.
I
was hoping we'd see Numbani because
we're not going to see it. No.
I know. We had the 4 map changes come through, and Numbani is one of those. We might have actually gotten to see some high-level play on some of these redesigned maps. So I was kind of hoping we might see Numbani just for that fact, but no. BSC are actually the one to say we want to eliminate that kind of high ground-oriented map. So that is kind of telling, I will say.
Tale as old as time. Song as old as rhyme. We're going to Kings Row.
And one thing you have to be aware of here is Peace is just going to pull the far back out.
Yeah, I mean,
almost guaranteed.
Yeah, like I don't see a reason you don't want to bring that far out. Yeah. Maybe and then when you get to 3, well, he just goes back to the Genji. Like, I'm not fully sold on it. The one thing I do think that this does give, though, that maybe Fisher has something in their pocket in regards to that. It is a little bit more mid-rangey, so you do get the availability of Ashe and Bob. So maybe there's something a little bit more to that. You get a lot more damage over time with Ashe. You do get a lot more sightlines to play in before the fall-off hits. So I'm wondering if maybe we're going to, put the Cowboy in the Saloon for now and bring out the Bandit.
Yeah, might have to, in particular on defense.
Yeah.
Traditionally, I think we have, traditionally, just recently, I think we have seen more Ashe on Kings than we have Cassidy. So that would track there. And I mean, this is really going to be a test for the DPS. And can Fisher handle Peace in manually here?
Yeah, and I think the pressure in a lot of regards comes onto Abs there, who has been playing the hit scan, and I don't envy them. That is such a tough position considering Peace just quite literally, slashed their way through your team on Nepal. So, the pressure is on in that regard, and I do think that, like I said, there has to be a reason for it. They're looking for it, and I'm wondering if maybe the Ashe is something to do with that.
And we get an immediate DC.
Oh, look, sometimes the mice just run away. That's just the way it is. You can't keep them contained forever, Jeff.
Apparently that's what happened. Somebody's mouse ran away. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Better to have it happen now than like mid-team fight. All right, that's fine. Like we're still chilling. I'm not like in hype mode. Like it's not like this drop me off of a cliff kind of thing. No fan wants to be watching a hype engagement, Sam, and then it just suddenly gets paused.
Yeah,
it's the worst.
Oh, that is the worst experience, and then it maybe sits there for another 30 minutes or so. But nope.
Oh, got him.
Take that, production squad.
Take that, prod.
Take that, prod. Get wrecked. But it does kind of give us a minute here, Jeff, to kind of double back because, we had talked about the history of the Bobcats. Picking up these new players, there was kind of a little bit of a question of what's going to happen. How well are these players slotting in? How well is Peace, and how is Nenway coming in? And the answer to that has been phenomenally. It seems like they're carrying over everything that they've put together from the OWCS runs and from their scrims to really kind of, make a squad that is on everybody's radar now. And I think that if you are any of these other colleges, going into future events, going into the playoff time, I think you have to be considering that the Bobcats are going to be a threat down the road. That 5K is going to get talked about, and if it doesn't, it should. I will scream about it because that was a phenomenal drive late.
Well, and it's one of those things where BSC are demanding that everybody put respect back on their name. I mean, they had been a strong school. They've been a top 10 school for a while here in collegiate Overwatch. And then Spring 24, kind of fell off hard, man. Yeah. Like, they got hit bad by that. Although Season 9 changes, there was a massive change in meta. And BSC struggled to adapt. Like, really, really struggled to adapt. They only ended up getting in 24th in OWCC group stage there in the Spring Championship, which was abysmal for them. I mean, way below know their projected finish. And so coming into fall 24, they got to remind everybody, hey, no, we really are a top 10 school. Like, never mind that fluke of a result. This is what BSC is all about. So, I mean, they do kind of, I mean, they're playing with a chip on their shoulder today here.
Oh, yeah. And then let's talk about the fact that, you know, let's just, assumingly or guessingly, let's say they go ahead and 3-0 Fisher Navy here, you know, one of their academy teams, one of their up-and-coming teams. Imagine how that then looks for the Fisher esports squad to go, you know, our very good Fisher Navy squad, you know, that has done phenomenally well in this division, just got absolutely trounced on this map. Maybe we need to make sure we're keeping them in our check, and maybe we need to actually respect that. But I
mean, that could be a rival before you get off that point, because those two played week 1.
Yes,
and it goes to map 5. And I mean, remember, BSC has 60% new roster, so the very first week, you know, they're not quite in their rhythm yet. You know, they don't have their synergy built yet. I can't wait to see a rematch between what feels inevitable between the Fisher main squad and this BSC squad.
I have to agree, but hey, it looks like we're now in, and now that we're in here, Fisher Navy did not go change anything, it looks like, but the Bobcats are looking like they are going to bring in the Winston that we were kind of discussing. We'll see if that stays.
It's just a bubble.
I think it's just a bubble.
To protect Snipe.
But Peace is going over to the May, and I do like that just to create a little bit more isolation and put some pressure on Faded on the front line. Pantera has been performing incredibly well, but it does give this great isolation here.
And Atlas is already in trouble. Peace is overextended a bit, though. That is not a good place to use a cryo freeze. As soon as you come out of that, but if, you know, the rest of your team all goes with you, it could work. Still, the dangerous move cost BSC at a 2-to-1 trade.
I mean, Peace has been pushing the tempo of the game, though, since moment 1, so I'm not totally shocked, but I don't think the rest of the team quite got the memo there, so it's going to be back to spawn for now. Given that up and going back to the Genji makes, you know, if they stay in this May, I wouldn't be mad, but giving it up to go on to Genji, I don't even think I would hate either. But Manually is going to go over to the Cassidy. Just, we're not playing the long range. Sure, that's fine. I mean, it was a great thought, but it tells me the communication dropped for the Bobcats. Run it back one more time. This time you get it. You just have to get past Unred's rally here.
Oh, there's so much sustain now in this composition. It'd be so hard to kill anybody. Ooh, early damage down into Manually and Peace, though. They don't quite make a clean rotation. Not everybody is up on this high ground. He's caught down in Hotel. Never made it up. So 5v4 here is a great read from Fisher Navy. Gives them the advantage. Now Bobcats are looking to take this high ground. Atlas won't stick around too long. Let's see what BSC are able to do with this.
They're going to try to push back, but they are leading in the ultimate economy, so they should be in a better position to just close this out. And this only benefits Fisher for them to take the time and to force the Bobcats to play this slow. Peace can't afford to get punished again here, especially coming into this all-important blizzard that could just swing the fight.
There's an orbital ray out from BSC. That was launched from the back window, and Fisher just rotate inside the Hotel, disengaging from it. They do give up a little bit of progress, but now they're able to counterpunch with their own orbital. That is both DPS ults out. I don't see anybody frozen up. Rally is there. Unred drops back onto the point. Faded does go down, though. So the cornerstone of this defense now absent as Atlas was looking to bring it back. It's going to end up being 1-for-1 onto the DPS. Abs taking Proto out of the fight, though. Could...
Two Abs is
we're down to a 2v3. Like, there was opportunity there, Sam.
Yeah. I mean, to Abs' credit, stop hiding. To Abs' credit, they were keeping Peace in check. I do think that Abs has looked a bit stronger on this, on this hold. And it's 4 minutes. That was a relatively quick take for the point segment. But I do think that all things considered, you got, you would have liked to have hold a little bit longer, but you forced the Bobcats. You forced a lot out of them. But manually opening it up again, this is just a consistent... This happens all the time, Jeff. Somebody, either the DPS of Manually or Peace, finds an opening, and Fisher Navy just has to disengage from it.
BSC did a good job of focusing down Faded. I mean, 2 fights in a row. Urace has been the first to fall.
Yep. I mean... No lasers really in sight. Both are pretty close. Both Terra Surges are up. This is fairly neck and neck here, Jeff, so they might just try to play this corner and play for the space advantage on Fisher's Navy side. They are pushing back, but they need to create some sort of a isolation to get advantage here.
Yeah, it's a second speed ring used here from BSC, and they're able to just kind of get on top of the defense. The Deadeye getting Atlas a result of that beautiful push, and the timing on that. Terra Surge looks big there for Fade. Yeah!
Wow.
No one was able to get out of the way of that. And with a defensive orbital ray in the mix, this defense is going to hold.
It did cost them Ray, like you said. It was very late, but it was exactly what they needed. It was a 3-ult combo, realistically, and that's maybe a little more pricey than you wanted, but to get a stop and buy the time off the clock is still worth it. Protoss holding onto their laser with not much in the way, but also not much to pair with it. Peace is going to have Blade as well, so the laser Blade is probably the likely combo, and if Peace is probably going to hit something big here.
And the orbitals right at a touch early. I mean, Fisher just disengaged, as that was very clearly advertised, telegraphing that play. But Peace coming in is able to find Pirate. Nevertheless, whether they knew it was coming or not, it doesn't look like Fisher were able to stop the Dragon Blade. Now faded out of the fight, and this will be a cap for sure.
I mean, that was no fear going into a rallying brig. I'm impressed at that. Peace is just playing very fearlessly and handled that well, just controlling the high ground to be a late stagger onto that as they capture point. But that was just a great read from Peace, just controlled the high space above them and just kept unread looking. So, I mean, again, just no fear, maybe a little bit too aggressive from Peace at times, but it pays off. So I think that's something that Fisher Navy can really capitalize on, is punishing that aggression out of Peace.
Still, I mean, you can see these wide peaks from Peace. Has to use the deflect early as Faded tries to go in with the spin, but takes an energy javelin to the fight. It's now rally up from BSC to try to punish the backline. Faded's able to somewhat regroup, gets isolated down in a Mega Room, and first of all, once again, here comes Peace. I mean, just a host of targets in front of the Genji.
Oh, no,
manually
the Blade.
Pantera there to help out with it. Ooh.
Lost Blade in that too. He would have loved that for the retake, but it's gonna come down. I don't even think there's gonna be a last second. But Faded has Terra Surge, so it has to come up big again. There's nothing else. They have laser on the way.
Well, then I got Peace, so that's a good start for it. I've seen defenses hold with less.
Yeah.
And you've gotten NY kind of caught, completely isolated down low. So defense stabilizes
that's
here
huge.
about the 2-minute mark. Yeah, massive.
Not needing to commit laser into that is so huge. It gives them a little bit more, it gives them a little bit more fight to match the laser from the side of Bobcats. They're still behind in the rest of the ultimates, so it is going to be a bit harder in a longer fight when you look at, the grab, look at the grab and, the yank combo, yank shoot combo that's going to be coming their way as well. Pirate really has the difficult duty of making sure this laser hits to counter out that combo.
They're forced to just respond to BSC's orbital ray, and Manuel's already got the kill. Pirates down out of the fight, Faded as well. And this might just be done and dusted here. Everything thrown in from BSC. It was 4 ultimates there to cap it out, and just overwhelming odds. They get the job done. Buck 27 left in the clock.
Could have been worse. You were sitting at, 4, prior to the 2-minute point. So still very good. They really did manage. Fisher managed to kind of prevent the Bobcats from just chaining a lot of these wins together and letting it roll along. Again, Peace has been a phenomenal player. I do think that is, the strength and the weakness for the side of the Bobcats, though. Peace goes in and makes aggressive plays, and makes big plays, but also has like you said, kind of pushes a little too far sometimes, makes a little bit of risky decisions. If you can exploit that and catch the Bobcats out when Peace maybe goes a little bit too far, Fisher Navy can capitalize on that. I think we've done it before, and it showed that may be their path to success.
Yeah, I mean, the fights Fisher won on defense is the fights that they're able to find Peace early. I'm particularly thinking back on the May. I don't think it really happened once Peace made the swap to the Genji. I don't think they died first, but on the May that was the case. The Genji does such a good job of towing the line.
So well.
How do you catch them off? It doesn't feel like they're ever overextending. They just put the right amount of pressure down.
Yeah, and I think that's it. Is just like you said, the pressure is there. Peace is just continuing to find these off angles, the high grounds, these corners where they can just pressure in, just chuck those shurikens in and get the damage in. But it's a tough ask, but Fisher Navy still has the ability to kind of capitalize on this. I want to see them make an adaptation, and again, just keep an eye on Peace. I want to see the comms tighten up and just make sure they can call out when Peace goes a little bit too far, because Pantera isn't always there to protect them, even though Nenway has been pretty solid about that.
It's a split defense. Pantera staying down low, so this is very interesting. I think one of the biggest variations on the Kings Row defense is keeping your tank down, play around statue, and to help out in hotel. And you can see the the value in that as Pantera's able to get in the thick of the fight, and there's a good first fight win for the defense BSC.
Again, Peace just opening it up, just finds the first pick, and the rest of the Bobcats follow in. You can kind of almost hear that, you know, the main shot calling almost feels like it's coming out of Peace of just going, I gotta pick Swarm, and they are following. Peace leading into that Blade also, so they are a little bit ahead, but Pantera has almost four times the charge on Faded, so you can really see where the damage is coming in from the Bobcat side.
Well, with Proto down, Pantera could be in a world of trouble here playing this aggressively. I mean, you're easy to get pounced on. That Terra Surge, though, I don't know if Fisher were able to track that one as fast as that ultimate came up. Faded got separated, not able to get topped off, and you know what? Pantera's aggression is rewarded. Yeah,
and hugely so. Manually just going to clean that up, and again, Fisher Navy, they have laser. How are they keeping track of the Bobcats, though? Because Peace's Blade is up, Manually's High Noon is up. Proto's a little behind on laser, but we both know that these DPS from the Bobcats are just deadly. Pirates' use of this laser is going to kind of dictate how this fight plays out. They have to kind of almost save it for Peace's Blade if they're going to get value.
I mean, either that or go fast. I think the way this defense is separated, maybe you just go hotel and see if you can isolate the Juno. It's going to be the Deadeye. There you go.
Ooh,
that'll isolate the Juno. Proto out of the fight. Fisher's got their orbital ray into the mix. BSE does not. But nevertheless, BSE has the player advantage in this. Pantera has flipped the map. Rally is kind of fading here on the point and just keeping Faded alive. You still have Peace kind of challenging from the top, one tick picked up.
Two people are there. Peace and Pantera are there. Peace has Blade. There's nothing to stop this, short of Atlas coming in and kind of clipping the Blade.
Yeah, there's the retake on the back of it. And Pantera's able to move in and get set up. Faded's going to respond with their own Terra Surge. Looks like everybody's going to back out. Faded's just going to get that 500, and Peace steps into the mix. A moment too soon. Trying to move in on that orbital ray, but Peace, that was one of the few times we've seen Peace genuinely overextend, come in a bit early. Still, the job's not done here for Fisher. Atlas is going to have to pull off the Dragon Blade just to finish this fight.
That's fine. Abs kind of ended up on Tracer anyway, so you're kind of in a full reset. This is last technical minute. You throw everything you have this because let's go home otherwise. So that was a really quick pulse bomb from Abs. Wow.
That was really fast.
Wow. Holy crap. I didn't see that until they threw it. Holy crap. That was a fast pulse bomb on that Tracer.
Abs is traditionally a support player, by the way.
Yeah. Wow.
Just in case anybody out there doesn't know.
Wow. Oh, well, making a great case. I mean, I almost kind of want to see them stay on that Tracer with just how quickly and phenomenally I was doing. Yeah, she's gotten some hits, but I don't know that you're winning, and protecting the backline on that Cassidy as well. I kind of almost like that switch.
The Cassidy provides so much in the front in the battle for the tanks, though.
Yeah.
And you can see they need it. Pantera is just getting in everybody's face here. When the Battle Cattle gets that aggressive and that angry, I mean, you need everything you can get, and still it wasn't enough for Fisher.
No, and now Fisher's gonna, have to fight the literal way out of spawn. You can see it. Bobcats are gonna try to push right up. They are just not giving a single inch here. Wow. That's some aggression. I love this. This is a Peace style maneuver right here.
I don't know that I've seen this work in the Juno era though.
Yeah.
Like we saw the speed ring come out here from Fisher. I'm surprised they don't just run through house and flip the map. Flipping the map is so powerful here. They do manage to go through house, and importantly, it doesn't cost Fisher any ultimates. BSE were trying to get the rally out, force them to use rally just to get out of spawn, but Fisher don't take the bait on that one.
No, and meanwhile, this whole time, Peace has been holding onto this Blade. It's due out any minute now.
Yep, there's the Blade. There's the orbital go with it. So we're gonna get that laser Blade. It's the first I've heard it coined that. I love that, and it's gonna work out. This Fisher will finally get this cart moving here through Point B.
I mean, it is what it takes. That orbital laser is just so strong. No Blade needed there, but we're looking at the Peace Blade coming in here because that Blade has been on hold since the capture point segment. So I'm really, again, high expectations for this Blade. It is the only one up for them, but they do have to get past the rallying Brig. Peace has done it before. I don't expect it to. I expect it to try again, but knowing that Faded is holding on to this Terra Surge makes it infinitely harder.
Try to combo with your own Terra Surge.
Yeah.
Work a couple times.
Obviously,
Fisher could do the same.
Yeah.
Fisher have the positioning. There it is. They're going to do the Terra Blade combo. Yank everybody in, cut them down to size. Atlas finally pulls it out and strikes true. That's 2 falling under the blade, and that's going to be enough for the cap.
Yep, that'll be a good cap in the 11th hour, sub 1 minute. That's, again, I spoke about this on Nepal. This is a combo-heavy Overwatch right now. It's very important to make sure you get, and use those pulls into your lasers, into your blades, into your Deadeyes. That's, kind of one of the ways that this comp is formed. It's very pokey, but it does allow for that. Oh my God, Peace.
Oh, Peace doesn't even get a chance to use the blade here. As Fisher have now completely started setting the tempo. We were talking about how Peace was setting the tempo on their attack. Fisher have definitely wrestled it back, and they are playing by the beat of their own drum here.
I love that because they're not giving Peace the ability to set up their own, their plays what they want. Peace constantly opens up those first bloods, and now that they're pushing them. They're really kind of forcing him back and forcing him into this. It's Peace, you have this blade. There's nothing in your way. There's a laser off. You've been holding on to it for several minutes now. Let's get some value from it. That's your only way to stop this from rolling across the line.
And Peace is heading over to that back alley. Does end up pulling it out, trying to chase down too. Abs lands the flashbang and the shot. Peace will get nothing out of that blade. Completely dulled. Here comes Fisher now trying to push forward. Pirate throws the orbital into the mix, manually fitting off with the Deadeye. Atlas, oh, the deflect fades. Perfectly timed, pull the trigger there from manually. The orbital just keeping everybody from Fisher topped up. Can't work through all of that healing. Comparable time banks here with 3 points on the board apiece.
Much different look from the Fisher squad side. Maybe it's because we're at Kings Row and everybody practices it, but they seem to be getting, they seem to be understanding what went wrong on Nepal. You can see that their Peace is not nearly in control of how quickly this game is moving. And once they're punishing that and keeping Peace in check, they're able to set their own pace, and they're able to do that. Atlas and Abs have looked phenomenal. They were much quieter in that first control point segment, and they look phenomenal here as well. Faded still needs a little bit of support, but overall, the Fisher Navy squad, this looks like the Fisher Navy squad we're more used to seeing.
Get a chance to equalize here. If good old hottie theory is true, then Fisher have got this one in the bag. We're headed in to push all tied up.
And that does bode well for them. Again, if you can go into push maps where, verticality doesn't necessarily help, you don't have to worry about verticality. You don't have to necessarily worry about Peace dropping in from you on a corner. That's great for you. That's something that does work. I don't expect to see many things change here, except maybe Peace might be reeled in a little bit, and I think that collar does need to get yanked just a little bit for the side of the Bobcats. There's probably about 2 fights, so let's see if we can keep Peace alive long enough to stall out for those 2 fights.
Hottie theories, of course, the team with lower time bank has the advantage because of overtime spot.
Yep.
All right, Atlas didn't see anything they liked there at the initial Widowmaker peak. Already, buying 20 seconds off of the 60 time bank for Fisher to get something done. Peace is going to immediately head up top. Is this the over-aggressive play with Pirate and Faded out of the fight? Looking like it's the right play. Here comes Atlas to try to back it up. The shield bash in, but Peace has just got all the heals in the world. Good first fight here for the defense of BFC.
Yep, and there'll be about one last shot and just kind of keeping an eye on everything. This is just winning by map control. This is not necessarily winning, by ults, by mechanics. This is just controlling the space and putting the pressure again onto Fisher Navy. Bobcats just rend control of how we play the game, and they are winning again from it.
Has to fight tooth and nail just to get the touch in the first place. And then you got Abs rotating around on the flank. You got Atlas here on the high ground, not able to touch. Unread has to be the one to cycle in. Faded is off the board. There's still 4 Fisher player hitters. All right, now that number has been whittled down significantly without the tank. There just wasn't enough sustain. It's going to be a full hold here for the Bobcats.
Bobcats were just kind of set up from the beginning. They controlled the entirety of that space. They brought the fight when they wanted to. It fell right into their hands, Jeff. I don't see anything that... they're feeling good. So now if you're Fisher Navy, it's, you're basically the same situation. I don't think you're going to give up a free 20 seconds, just kind of looking for a pick. But even if you do, a minute and 30 is still basically 1 to 2 fights max if you're quick about it.
Is it enough time to get ults? That's my question.
Yeah.
Is that extra 30 seconds enough to where you get into an ult cycle?
Maybe. I don't know. And because we're looking at what is the most important things you need to be They asked for it.
You asked for it. That's it. Jay Silly to the battlefield, calling all Jay Sillies.
Look, I can. Do I have to really justify this? Because I can. I mean, the burst potential.
Well, let's hear it. Let's hear it. I want to hear this.
No.
All right, let's justify this.
The burst potential from Junkrat. You can still hit your combos. I'm going to ignore the trap because that trap is going to get blown up. But in theory, you still have a pretty decent 1-2 combo in Junkrat. And if you're talking about making picks effectively and quick, yeah, he's pretty good at that. He's also really good at controlling space without having to physically be there, right? He has a lot of soft control in regards to I can just spam through, not hit them off the fences like that.
There you go.
But he can control those spaces very well. He doesn't have to put himself to danger, and he can contest the choke point. I don't hate it. It's just unusual.
I mean, and so they're leaving Abs down here to control Hotel.
Yeah.
We do see faded ground level in front of Statue, with the rest of the three up on the high ground. Now, especially if you're anticipating a Genji, the Junkrat also can have some great value against that matchup. But pieces, in fact, did come out on the Mei, just as we saw for BSE's first attack. Walling up to this side, Pirate's been sent down low to help support Hotel. Faded in a bit of trouble. Wall broke. They're able to get Faded back inside, but BSE are starting to surround this point. Pantera's moved on to the objective. Faded has never gotten topped up and eventually will get whittled down. And that's the 33% that BSE needed. They're going to go up 2-0 here in the series.
It was a cute little trick. Almost worked, but the Mei is also good at controlling the space and just denying Junkrat the ability to do that. So a good read from Peace, once again. You know, just looking at that and just looking at that, like, that's a good read. You still have to kind of be flexible, right? There still are some pieces you can kind of adjust around in this meta. It's not as hard set as we all maybe like to believe it is. So, and then there's always just good old-fashioned fun, right? Just sometimes you bring out Junkrat because it does work, but the Bobcats aren't here for fun. They are here to make a statement.
Yeah, they are playing with a chip on their shoulder, indeed. Looking to prove to the entire collegiate landscape that they belong in top 10, if not top 5. They are a match point here, an outstanding series for them so far. We'll see if they can close it out. We come back on map 3. It'll be Fisher Navy's pick when we head to push. We'll see you there in a minute.
Alrighty, we are back with some Co Esports. We got ourselves a good one tonight. Co versus Illinois Wesleyan. Don't be fooled by the 1 and 2 rank or record there for Illinois Wesleyan. They probably played the two toughest teams. I believe they've already played Illinois and Iowa State, and Iowa State's up there too. A lot of good teams. Lots of good teams in this division. So games can go either way. That's for sure. All right, gotta get Overwatch here. Take a look at their team. Top 100 DPS there. EXO. Top 100 DPS. All right, we're going to be going to Nepal here. We have mixed results on Nepal. It's not our best map, but All right. Should be ready up here soon. All right, here we go in. We welcome Max to the stream, and we go to Nepal, which we have mixed results on.
I would say probably one of the most favorite maps overall for like control for teams wanting to play it. So I think the mixed results is also probably a testament to the amount of times we play it.
Yeah, true. We do play it a lot.
But kind of surprised they opted for more of a brawly style control map. I was really expecting them to pick Busan, honestly. They have a very, very good hit scan player.
Yeah, they have two top 100 DPS players, so.
Yeah, and typically Busan just a little bit more freedom for like you to play Widow or the Ashe. But we'll see what co-ops to come out with here. Probably expecting some Orisa, but could see a Roadhog comp maybe. There have been rumors, but I doubt it. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
They're just trolling us. Probably gonna stick with something like this. I would expect us to play Ashe, maybe a Cassidy on this map. Not terrible.
Will they go the Pharah?
So we'll probably go Soj then. Yeah, that's gonna be their gold out very early. This Orisa should just die for this. Yeah, that's a very poor gold timing. And Coach should be able to roll this pretty aggressively. Oh, Chris needs to live. Nico with a nice shot onto the Pharah. And Ko with a nice first point hold. Their Orisa's really going to struggle to live. Ko opting for more of the frontline damage means their Orisa needs to play very passive, and if they get caught at all, it's going to be no bueno. So
I'm gonna be quite honest. I'm surprised we came out on the Soj.
I think we were going to start on the Ashe, but I think into the Pharah.
But like, did we know Pharah, or did we go back? Like, how would we know that?
I would guess we went back because they sim TP'd, so you're in spot waiting for first peek, and then you match whatever. But
yeah,
the Soj just a lot of frontline damage, so Chris is gonna have a really nice time here. Nice Maywall to split. That's their gold out really early. Should go down for it. Their cast very split. Is going to be able to get out, but we'll see what happens in this little corridor of death. We do have our Juno ult.
Oh.
Cast will go down. Nice isolate.
Oh, nice wall.
See if we can get nice shot as well. Double headshot coming out from Nico. Nico is locked in for this game.
Nico's been locked in recently, and it's great to see.
Yeah. Great player, great mechanical player. Obviously, quote-unquote, our lowest ranked member, but
doesn't play like it.
No, I also think it's one of those things. Overwatch is one of those games where it's balanced based off if you play 500 games of ranked a season,
which you got to play 500.
Yeah, most of the player base does not. So, Go with a great fight win too, just off that single ult. They are down their barrage as well, which means you don't have to keep an eye out as much. And this is quote unquote last fight too.
Oh, nice wall.
And we're just gonna isolate them down their cast. They have no damage, and they kind of need to win this. Ko just needs to not do anything too funny here. We are going to lose our Brig, but I expect this will be too little too late. Sko's just going to finish off some targets, and they do have a Tracer touch here, I believe. And we're going to come back on the Doom as well. Smart play. Tracer's going to come around right. Does get the touch for... Oh, a nice shot by Nico.
And they don't get the touch.
Yeah.
Nice, good first point.
Yeah, the Blizzard probably keeps us in that. No issues, but a great first map from Ko, and their DPS player is very much so shut down there.
Again, like you said, more of a brawly type map, that one. This one, a little bit more open.
Definitely hit scans, so I would expect us to play the Ashe here.
Why are you fighting? I'm here to make a difference in the world, just like you, right?
And we'll be playing tomorrow at 1 o'clock as well. We got our homecoming matches. I think we play Cal Poly or something like that first game.
Oh,
so
Cal Poly's a fun school.
yeah.
I almost went there. I was almost a rocket scientist, literally, at Cal Poly.
That'd been crazy. Different. Ooh.
Different career paths a little bit, and they are
They
on
got
the
a
Arissa,
r-
or
and
they're on
the-
the Sigma and
And,
the. Interesting.
mm.
So they once again have very little frontline damage. So this is really just on Chris to make a ton of space here.
Oh.
Yeah. So I would not be shocked to see us play some Winston here. And see if we go for some swaps here. Wouldn't be shocked to see us play some Winston, play some dive. We might stick with this. We might go some Tracer as well. Wouldn't be a crazy idea here. I like this.
Tracer,
So we're gonna
yep.
go the Lucio for
Lucio.
more movement. And we're gonna go the Tracer just to keep an eye out on this Widow. And we're just gonna look to rotate. I love this call.
Uh-oh.
Their fire's incredibly low.
Railguns could go down here.
We should be able to flip the point though here, I think. I think they're really out of position here. This brick could go down as well. Does get that Inspire up. Oh, the Widow stays alive.
It was a nice try. Good idea.
Yeah, surprised to see us still play the Orisa here.
Yeah, we could just go
I was gonna
Monkey.
say, I think matching Sigma is probably our best option.
or Sigma. Yeah.
I also think something like Ramattra even, not crazy to give you a little bit more pressure. We do spot out this Widow. They do have a barrage here. Widow is, or Far is half here. They're gonna have to back up. Really need to position ourselves on point here somehow. And Nico is gonna do that. This is big. Nico just needs to sit on point here. Oh.
And that will most likely be map. Oh, we're gonna get 2 there. Maybe. No.
Just the one. They use
Just
the
the
signal.
one,
But that's
oh.
a big pick. No, they
I-
don't have stun. Oh, that's a really unfortunate kill. And that'll probably be map 2, but not surprised to see them taking that. I think the pressure of Widow, very strong. We get a touch. I think it's probably too little too late, but do we get one more touch? No.
No.
I didn't think so.
All right. 1 map apiece here. I'm going into our final point here on map number 1.
Yeah, I expect to see the Cast Pharah coming out from them as well. This map, but
It looks like they are sitting on Farah Widow.
interesting. I would be surprised to see the Widow come out here. The Widow is it's way harder to play Widow on this map. But that being said, Ko is in a pretty safe comp for this with the Echo Tracer. A little bit more pressure being able to be applied, but we'll see if they stay in the Widow here. And they are in the Sigma as well, so they're gonna have a really hard time holding this point if their Widow does not get kills. Need to make sure we keep Chris up here. Looks like we should be able to. Widow does get a kill, but we can see Ko is still able to position on point. Nico
We
gets
do
a
get the
too.
kill, which is huge for pressure.
Doing a great job of applying pressure and relieving some of it from Railgun, which has kept Railgun long enough alive to come back. And
We
do
do. We get the
big
point.
Flip.
That's a big. Them getting nothing on there, and us getting the first percentage.
Yeah.
And should be a
Is back.
maybe a
Hopefully Railgun
late.
doesn't go down. Late kill would be lovely. Doesn't look like it.
Oh,
though.
doesn't look like it.
And this is honestly, Widow is terrible in this map. This is a testament to the Widow player too. I think sometimes it's really easy to say like, oh, their Widow's doing so well in this map. Surely it's a good Widow map, but NECC OW also doing a great job of applying some off-angle pressure, not just focusing the Widow as well. It's not always about just flanking and killing the Widow. Sometimes it's about pulling up the supports or things like that, so. Urf a little out of position here. Does need to reposition.
Oh, we go down again to the Widow.
But Ko should be able to just sustain through this for a very long time. We're coming up on an Orisa ult as well.
She's wavy with a second.
Railgun is going to go, or we probably just save 5 ults here.
Yep.
Widow will probably have sights. I'm going to guess this is a 5 ult v5 ult. The Widow will probably prop sights at about 10-15% right before we push so they get eyes on the Tracer. Oh. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
That's just to scout out our Tracer to make sure we don't get any fun flanks. Oh, good flank by the fire.
Oh, we do get a trade.
We do still have a Orisa ult here. We have a lot. This is a very messy fight. Is V going to be able to get out? Not quite, but once again, this fight is very messy. Still winnable for Ko.
No.
Nah, never mind.
Oh my gosh.
Ko, though, still in a great spot. Only the single ult used there. I'm surprised to see us on this Echo still. I think Genji is probably a little bit more viable for pressuring, or even the Sojourn like we saw in the first map, but...
Oof. V's very low. We look to try to get some pressure.
That is dupe out. That's 3 backed up, though. A great
Oh,
stick.
great stick on the Widow.
I believe we stuck Brig there, actually. I think the Brig bashed into the Widow.
Oh, no.
I could be wrong, but either way, that's a huge stick.
Friendly fire there.
Yeah, it's a very heavy ult fight for Ko, though. 4 ults, and we do lose.
That is just unfortunate.
Ko should just look to sit up on point here. Really just pocket your Orisa here is kind of the name of the game. They can't really kill our Orisa. And we can kind of see that. So Ko will probably just refight this here. A great pick, though. That's a huge pick. And we'll get a retouch. Oh, Urf incredibly low. A great spear, though, coming out from Railgun will keep him alive. And they whipped the Sigma ult. That's incredibly impactful.
Oh.
The Juno ult very late. See if we're able to keep Railgun alive. Not quite. Their entire team is so low, though. No clue what's going on the point. I just know my backline's trying to duel their backline.
We do get a kill.
I don't know if they have a touch, and I don't think they do. Yeah,
Wow.
Fight, but great coordination from Ko.
Great job by Ko there to take map number 1. Here is our play of the map. Out of Wavy on the Widowmaker. And we'll be right back with map number 2. Alrighty, we are gonna be on Gibraltar here. And I think we wanted to be...
Okay.
Alright, are we on the right side, or...?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm not surprised they went to Watch Point. We were kind of expecting them to go to Watch Point or Junkertown. I need to grab a napkin because while I was trying to open ketchup, I spilled my, I ripped open my ketchup packet and it went everywhere.
Oh no.
It is all over my wall, precisely.
That's no bueno.
It's fine.
I did download Stream Deck for my phone to make it a little bit
Oh, so you
easier to
can do it on your
go.
phone? Yeah.
To go between.
5, 4, 3,
If I don't say anything, it's because I'm cleaning up ketchup off my wall.
attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Guessing a dive matchup, they'll probably play Diva. We'll probably, in Widow, we'll probably play Genji Tracer. Hopefully we're winning. Not really sure right now.
It's kind of even-ish. Yep, neutral. Oh, Kelly Dud goes down to...
Co will probably just opt to push payload until we can't, and then actually dive next time, would be my guess. See, Co's gonna play, okay, Echo, Trey here.
I'm gonna go the Echo, alright.
Echo a little bit better into the Diva specifically too.
Nico's gonna push point, which is smart.
Yeah, Co will probably just opt to push and push and push until they have to match it. Which is kind of what it seems like is gonna happen. And Co will now finally look to slowly dive this.
Oh, nice sleep on the Diva.
We are gonna nano Chris, who is low, but should be able to live here.
And, oh, almost.
Oh, there is a Trey on point. Should go down, but
Oh, nice. Oh, here, gonna take the...
well done by Co here.
Yeah.
Should be able to live this too. They do still have a Diva bomb, and that's the big... Oh, Nico with a 3-piece, 4-piece. Give him the 5.
They're gonna choose to hold on to the Diva Bomb.
Probably smart there. Don't
Makes
really gain
sense.
anything.
Yep.
I don't think they'll get a touch though, and that's very big. Surprised to see them go for a touch here. Tracer should go down, and that's just gonna be a late death.
Oh,
Yeah.
we do lose
Oh, and
our...
they go with the Diva Bomb as well. This should be fine though. We already capped point, so this is all just kind of
Oh,
for
we
naught.
did. Nice. Nicely
Yeah,
done
so
by Co
surprised to
there.
see- Yeah, surprised to see them go with the Tracer touch. Tracer died pretty much instantly.
Earth hiding behind the point here.
Yeah, Widow. This is Widow's best sightlines.
Yeah.
So if Co plays this right though, you can really negate the Widow by just letting your monkey push and pocketing them. Well done by Co. Gonna slowly force out this Widow. Our goal is not to kill the Widow, it's just to force them to back up. We are gonna dupe the Juno, I think, just to live, which might get a Juno ult too. 70-80% already. Should get a Juno ult. No, just not quite in time.
Oh, Widow absolute. There we go. Oh, we do trade.
Kelly dud, but once again, Co still pushing this entire time. Oh, a great block by Irv too. That was a Mr. President moment. Really needs that passive healing to go. We'll get it. Tracer being incredibly annoying, but our backline doing a great job of not focusing too much. We are gonna nano this. Probably smart. Earth doing everything to try to stay alive, and that's gonna be probably a point hold. I don't see Railgun being able to miss, but Ko once again just needing one little itty bitty meter, and they're gonna have to have someone sit on point, which is kind of just a free dive. So they also swap off the Widow, which is honestly a great sign for Ko.
Wavy did come in with a pick right away though with the cast, so.
Yeah. Also, not like Cassidy is bad here. It's just a little bit easier to play.
Yeah.
They really have to know where our Tracer is here for the back cap, and that's what we're gonna see here. And it's gonna be kind of a Tracer v Tracer on point. Their Diva's gonna drop. I think this is a bad play, yeah. Chris is gonna have a ton of room to make space here. Cass is gonna be very low. Does get out. A huge nade though. Not sure if we're able to punish anyone for it though. And it looks like we go down, unfortunately. Really thought that nade was gonna be the difference, but fortunately, Diva's gonna mess up the fly, which should get everyone out. Nice boop from Murph.
Minute 37 here for Ko to get a few more meters here. Oh. Oh, wow.
Might go down, yeah. A little bit of misplay there. Surprised to see us not go to the Diva too into their comp. Oh, Earth's gonna go down here, yeah.
Maybe a little bit stubborn here for change.
It's not like Winston's bad either, obviously. We scrim a lot more Winston than Diva too, so I'm not shocked to see us play Winston here. We
All right, duplicate.
We do lose our on-off pulse, but I believe we got nade off. Might have a bomb here. We do have a bomb. I have no clue what's going on, but... Oh, can we kill the baby Diva before remake? Not exactly, but with 2 on point, I don't know if they'll be able to touch. A great boop. Gonna be a 2-on-2 here. Oh, that nade is huge, though. Their Tracer has to back up here. That's gonna be D-Mech. Oh, their Juno's living so long.
Dang.
Oh. Juno ult's so broken, my goodness.
Yeah.
Kind
of surprised we're not playing it.
Crazy. Juno's just not as good in dive. We get a touch. The ult is broken, but the hero is not great. Or let me phrase it. I think the hero's fine, but just in dive it's less good.
Yeah.
Not a terrible push though. Obviously a map where you can full hold too. I'd love to see us go for a spawn hold here, but the team hates those, so.
I mean, we like it on one map.
Yeah. It would be really good here though, because you know they're gonna come out on Widow. And Widow can't get sightlines on bottom of point unless they drop, so. My guess is more of the same for both teams. We're gonna go in the Genji though. I do like this pick a little bit more. A little bit better of a dueler into the Cassidy as well. Wouldn't be shocked to see Nico come out in the Echo either. Oh, they're gonna sim TP, but they mess up the sim TP. Or they didn't mess it up. They were just getting their supports to the opposite high ground. But I'm not a big fan of that because now their supports are split from their front line. Oh, they reconnect. They're also gonna be on the monkey here. And Chris is gonna go in here. We are gonna see the Widow. Riley doing a great job of pushing out this Widow. Railgun might go down here. Should get out. Oh,
Kelly Doug goes down. On point.
Nico will have to match. Oh, they're gonna miss a shot on Irv. Wait, their Brick's super extended here. Brick should die. Yeah. That was a really bad play by their Brig. Oh, Railgun needs to not go down. Oh, it doesn't go down. That's it's a really big fight win for Cal.
And they do get the just a little bit further back spawn there for the Widow. Couple.
Yeah, surprised to see them still playing Widow. Not a lot the Widow can shoot at into our comp. Despite like a pick onto the Genji or Tracer, which I would argue is there's just not much for you to shoot at. Arana's just gonna sit on this high ground with our Brig and. Railgun is.
He does get powered up.
We do also have Primal, yeah. And once again, they mess up the dive here. Earth on their toes with these whip shots, so. Oh, Railgun needs to back out here, but not before killing their entire backline.
Ooh, he does get out. Wow.
Great fight from Ko again, just those two ults too.
And we do get the kill on the Widow. Kelly Dud does go down to.
Genji, but that's not nearly as important. Nice boop here. We should be able to fight this monkey who does have Primal, but. Oh. Earth's gonna get split from our Ana. Our Ana should go down here.
Yep.
Can still fight this though, unless Railgun goes down, which I think Railgun will, yeah. But we do get the perfect spawn timing, so that's the least amount of spawn time. It was 6 seconds for Railgun. Really gonna be on a nice rally to stall this.
See if we go in.
Rally. Nice. Oh, that nade is massive. Earth is gonna live though. We don't touch point though, yeah. Railgun goes down. Nice sleep. Oh, they missed the headshot. Oh, which doesn't matter. Their Widow's split. Might go down here. Railgun needs to not die. V playing with fire very much so here, but nice.
Nice kill.
Kill. Oh, our backline's both anti though. We'll go down. We trade their backline though. This is a very messy fight. Not sure who's winning. We do have a Primal, so we should be okay.
Oh, Exo almost went down.
We need to make sure Chris gets a touch here. I don't think comms are good. I don't know if Chris knows they have to touch. Oh, they do. Okay. I was very, very not. Ooh, boobs coming out from Kincaid to stay alive. Monkey
Oh, nice sleep.
We are going to use a nano
Nano.
very late. But the one benefit we do have is we know it's only Ana, Widow, and the Widow will go down. So, Ko does have a Dragon Blade, and it needs to be massive. It's kind of the reality of the situation right now.
Yep.
That being said, it also could just stall. If we get a rally, this fight's not terrible. They missed the nade.
Does hit our. Oh, we might be able to get their backside. Oh, get slept.
Chris should be fine to apply pressure though. Oh, Kelly does need some help. Need to make sure we go to point. We really just need to go with this blade.
I don't know what we're waiting for it. Yep, we're on point.
There's just nothing for us to go on. That's the unfortunate part.
Yeah.
But we are coming up on a pulse bomb, but it would need to be a 4-man, and it looks like they will take their map pick on map number 2.
talk, coming back with a smack. Beat marathon, I'm a killer on the track. Never modern talk, coming back with a smack. Last team fools never lost his back. Thirsty for blood, even more just like that.
All right, we're going to take this to Aruna Sapi.
What a fun map.
Yeah.
No. We picked this map because all the other maps are really good for Widow.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that Runasapi is bad for Widow, but
It's not as good.
it's good. A little bit more difficult to play it too. It's a little. There's just a lot more cover. And also your Widow. There are very few spots the Widow can play that can't be damaged. You know, like on Gibraltar, you just sit so far away, no one does damage to you.
Mm-hmm. See what each team decides to come out on here.
I'm expecting some Orisa comps from our side. Probably some more Mei too. Yeah.
And on the other side, we're going to get Cass, Genji, Orisa, Brig,
If they go Cass Genji,
Juno.
I'm very happy. I think our Mei negates their team a lot, and Nico is playing incredibly well on it, so.
All right, here we go. And they are sticking on it, so.
Surprised to see that. Is it Wavy playing the Genji, or is it...
Wavy playing the Cass.
So then EXO on Genji, right?
Yep.
Interesting. EXO definitely more the projectile player, but Ko's really going to be like that we see the Genji here. Mei just very good into Genji. And if you can keep your backline alive, the Brig Juno incredibly livable, so... Ko gonna take some space here. Genji having to defensively play here. Nico is gonna be block out. Nico should go down, but I think they're might have overextended for this kill.
Nope.
Doesn't look like it, unfortunately, though. Sojourner was a little split there, so not able to get as much damage down.
They are making progress. Stop them.
Nico also getting a little out of position there.
We're going to go to the Ashe.
A little bit more damage Less worried about the Pharah now, obviously, too. We saw they're not playing Widows, so we can have the range advantage. We'll just kind of set our Ashe back a little bit and either force the Genji to go on our Ashe or play frontline, and we'll just kind of do the opposite of what they do, so. Do need to make sure we touch here. Should be good. Yeah. Real good one. They are going to have a much earlier Juno.
Wow.
That's going to be very difficult to do with, as I think we are going to trade Junos, but I have no clue how this fight's going. I think they'll get point, yeah. A good sign for Ko, though, if you're able to trade some kills there into a Juno ult. The one nice thing, too, is 55 meters is definitely not, you're not winning the game off that much meterage, hopefully. And Ko's gonna have our Juno ult here, and we saw how strong Juno ult is, so. We should just go with Juno ult here. Oh, we're gonna pull.
Oh, nice.
So good.
Oh. But it doesn't get anyone.
Kind of surprised that we are still.
Wow.
That's gonna be disastrous for Ko. As 3 ults go out, not a single kill on the side of Ko.
I'll have to say, like, yes, Juno ult is very good, but we have a tough time getting kills with Juno ults when we're, for whatever reason.
I think
it seems like.
Of it too is, it's Juno ult is one of those where it's very feast or famine. It either feels very bad or very good. They're gonna go with Blade here.
Nice
and
kill.
How good Blade is there, and why Kelly did opted not to use it because you actually just die. Only the rally coming out feels pretty good too. Should get some nice late picks here, hopefully.
Oh, nice. Nice pick on Railgun.
We'll get far spawn as well. I think neither team's gonna have any ults here. They might have a Juno ult.
Juno at 77% right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Cass at 72.
I guess I haven't tracked Cass ult in a very long time, but yeah.
Juno ult will be up here right now.
We'll probably go with the Juno ult here. Ko should just opt to
just get out or die. Oh.
Yeah. Nah, don't even try to help. Press that speed ring, get out. Double jump. You make sure we get Kelly dead out, and we should be good. With heals.
Oh, man, that is...
Nice javelin.
He probably just needed to go to that room instead of just trying to go back. That hurts.
Surprised to see us not go like Mauga or anything here. Nice javelin there. Gonna cancel out that high noon. Their Brig's so low. Nice Orisa ult there. Should be the fight over. I don't see them winning this, but as I say that, they picked too late, but I think Ko should be fine here, yeah. Their Orisa is going to get that 10-second later spawn, so... Still, we'll get close spawn, but Ko will have to back up here after taking away this forward spawns. Railgun needs to back up. I don't know if Railgun knows where their forward spawns are, or that we have no heals. Yeah, I think Railgun's just going to go down for free here. Never mind. Is able to get out. That's big. And doesn't give them the positional advantage either. That's a big fight. We do also still have our Juno ult here. So if Ko gets a good fight here, in a good spot. Nice javelin. Oh, that's a big dino with Orbit. A great Maywall too. We're just gonna look to melt this Orisa.
Nice.
That's a big ult.
Oh, Railgun does go down.
We should be fine. As I say that, though, we are going to have to invest quite a few more ults, and that's really going to hurt. But them being down their rally as well is also going to hurt, and this Brig's going to continue to stagger as well.
Yep.
Oh, it does get the exact 6-second spawn.
Oh.
One of the benefits that gives us, though, is our Orisa is able to come back. So we will be able to fight this last little fight, hopefully as 5. And we do have a Blizzard, which... so far has not been very good, but can be incredibly strong.
Especially when trying to get just the last little bit for a spot.
It's gonna be a high noon out. Ooh. Nico might have shown, not sure.
Oh.
Coach should just, no, this is fine. This is 3 ults out. Nico still contesting point, perfectly fine, good, well done. That's a good fight from Ko. It doesn't feel that way, but Juno ult being down has proven to be very good for us. No forward spawns definitely hurts a lot, but this next fight will be the real game winner or loser here, I think. You should have an ult advantage. They'll probably have a Rissa ult, and they'll probably have Brig ult, but...
Oh, Wavy on our back line.
Flanking and killing our Juno, yeah. Not sure if we get out here. Press left shift, Chris. Not the end of the world, because we got out, but... Oh, we need to press left shift. Why did we press left shift? Oh, this is...
Man.
Bad mechanical play from Ko right now.
Oh. This is unfortunate for Ko.
Yeah, not even gonna get a fair fight, honestly. We just keep dying really awkwardly.
They are like 100% on javelin throws, I'm pretty sure.
No kidding.
Wavy
And
just
Wavy
showing
just
that
one
Wavy is
taps.
good.
Ko
And
did not get a single fight with
Juno
members there.
already back to ult before we're back to ult.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised to see Ko just kind of give this map and say, all right, we go next. But maybe they'll get one last fight.
We'll get a Bob on point. Not
Maybe it'll get
quite.
interesting. Nice wall there. Uh-oh, he's gonna walk through it with Juno ult. Uh-oh. We do have a Juno ult of our own, but I fear too little too late.
Blow late on that, feels like. They do have a Genji ult coming up here.
And Wavy's gonna flank it.
Jeez.
Probably just need a rally just to be safe, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Genji will clean up. And Ko will go down 2-1 in the series.
play, we are going to go to New Junk City. See what we can do here. Coat needs to win this one to take it to a map 5.
And we're back. We're playing Lifeweaver only. We're gonna play as 5 Lifeweavers and just grip everyone. We're gonna have an infinite grip line going, where you just keep getting higher and higher and higher, you know? See what Co opts for here. Hoping to maybe stay away from the Ashe. Not that the Ashe wasn't getting pressure, but we're thinking that the cast flanks are just not being as watched as much. So hopefully looking to play a little bit more of watching where their cast is. Also, once again, IWU a very good team. In our like little circle of everyone beats everyone, IWU beat Iowa State beat Texas A&M, Texas A&M beat us. So hypothetically, we should beat IWU. But and then IWU did lose to Texas A&M though, so.
Yeah, Texas A&M is, I think, besides Illinois, probably the best team. I think Illinois is probably the best team. And then
Yeah, I would agree
Texas
with that.
A&M.
It's a little bit dependent too though on who plays. A lot of rosters, a lot of different people playing different roles, so. Ko's gonna match the cast here. They're gonna be on Genji. Mei, very strong here. We should look for a ring and just go. Go. It's a good Mei wall. Ko doing a great job pressuring. Oh, Railgun, very low. Is gonna need to get out. Does get out though. Ko has room to back up here, and that's the important part. We can see why that space advantage is so impactful early on. But not able to pressure as much. And we can see the damage difference too, just top to bottom.
We do have 2 matches against Illinois Wesleyan last year. Won 1, lost 1.
Yeah. We do have Juno ults pretty much at the exact same time. I think they had theirs going into this fight, but our Juno ult's gonna be early. I don't know if they have Juno ult maybe then. I would assume so.
Just put it down.
They must have been waiting for Blade, which I think will clean up our entire team, but I have no clue. I think we'll be able to flip point though, which will be very good. Oh, Nico with an incredible headshot. That's a very big headshot there. And they're gonna be forced to rally this as well. No clue if we're winning or losing this right now. We do have a Blizzard here. See if we opt to use it. I would. Oh, a great Maywall's gonna save. Blizzard onto the Brig in the back line.
See if we're able to refight this. Oh.
Kelly did not sure where the Genji is. I think Railgun's gonna go down here as well. Yeah. That should be fight over in favor of...
Surprised we don't come out with like a Genji or something.
Genji Mei is just not very strong, so you need to play like Genji Cass, and I just don't think they're thinking of it as much right now. I think we really want to play the Mei, so we're not thinking about the Genji Mei, but I also think their Genji's just shooting our Orisa pretty much AFK. I think our problem is we're not shooting their Orisa as much. We have so much more frontline damage front to back with the Mei Orisa. And we're just like, their Orisa's just kind of walking at us a lot more.
We might use Cass ult here.
We're gonna go with their Juno ult.
See if we're able to just disengage. Oh, I don't know where our Cass is at.
Yeah. Coach is not on the same page. Probably should just let Chris die and regroup. Yeah.
Probably should have just disengaged backwards as a
Yeah,
team.
we're just really split there, just didn't. Oh no. Okay. Oh, we're fine. Okay, they can't push.
The javelins, man.
This is a really bad fight here. Gonna back up. Yeah.
No,
This Orisa just needs to die. This Orisa should never live.
Oh.
That's kind of our issue there.
we just didn't take advantage of it. Now the Orisa's healed up.
And they'll be able to refight here. Orisa needs to die.
There we
Yes,
go.
Orisa does die. But we do have some ults here. It's a very messy fight though. And they're gonna pop some ults and they are gonna win this fight, but I just don't see us getting much value out of the Mei here either. I think we're just really struggling to finish any kills. I think we probably should go to like Cass or Tracer Genji or something like that. I don't know.
We're in this together.
I do think the Sojourn's a good swap too. I think we're just really struggling to get those final blows, and I think that the Sojourn can help a lot with that. I think because ult rotation's been very messy too. I think we're being forced to use ults in fights that we don't want to try to win. And that results us then, you know, we don't have things like rally into their blade. Nice, we scout up their... Blizzard does get yucked. And we can just kind of see where... It just feels like we're just throwing things at the wall a little bit. I definitely think our comms are very messy here. Kelly Dud is going to get a quicker spawn, but I don't think it'll matter too much.
Another spear. Connecting.
Ko needs to fight here. They're down their Cass. Not connected at all. I'm surprised we used that rally. I'm not sure if our backline needed it or not. We don't have spear for this. Oh, Railgun's gonna go down. Oh. Oh. We had to use it because we were gonna die to the castle, so we need the damage reduction, but we got booped off the map before we popped it. Their backline is gonna go down. Nice javelin under their Orisa as well, and this is gonna be a much needed fight win. Ko will probably not be able to get another touch, but a big fight went off. Only 2 ults too.
IWU has Brig and then 70% on their Orisa.
Yeah, should be able to win this fight, hopefully with just Juno ult. And if you time it right, it should be last fight. At about 50% it gets to last fight, so. Ko doing a great job scouting out this pass a little bit more too. We can see our Sojourn too applying a ton of pressure. Now we should just train. Nice, good Soj ults. We need to really go with our Juno ult. It's a heavy fight, but it should be last fight for Ko. Nice javelin. Nice, okay, so that should be fight over, and Ko will get a point at least.
Nice. All right,
It's
not
heavy,
over.
but they did use Brig ult as well, correct?
Yes. They have Juno coming up,
Juno,
and then
Orisa, Cass, right?
Orisa used. So
Okay.
Cass, Genji, Juno here in
And
this
Juno?
next fight. Yep.
Okay, and now we have our rally. So our rally should negate Genji and Juno, hopefully.
Mm.
In a perfect world, Genji and Juno shouldn't get as much value because you should be able to stun the Genji and then everyone.
Yeah,
focuses
you
them,
got to
but-
be able to stun the Genji. That's the big thing.
Oh, that's a big javelin actually. That's gonna allow us to match here. Oh, we shouldn't use our javelin. It's a weird rotate from Ko. I'm not against it either. We have an Orisa ult here too. We'll be able to touch. Should just opt for a refight. Oh, just die. Get off the map. Good. That's fine. I'm surprised Ko opts to go with no ults there, but not the end of the world. Just really need to die. Our Sojourn needs to go off the map. Off the map. Surely we know where the map is. Okay.
I think they're hoping maybe to get another kill since they knew they were already.
Yeah.
But they had already taken the point, so that was rough.
Yeah. Oh, headshot comes out from Nico. Not enough.
Jeez, another.
This will be a last fight for Ko as well. They're at that 50% mark, so. Cass still holding on to it. He's gonna drop it finally. We can see how much they're pocketing their Cass here. We just need to kill the Orisa, yeah.
There we go.
This Cass should never be allowed to do that. Okay, good. They're just they're resetting. Only the rally out from Ko though. That's a big fight win. Their Juno probably will be at 65 right now is my guess.
59.
Yeah, pretty close. I still got it.
They'll have Orisa up here soon. They're at 88, 89.
So they'll have Juno, Orisa, as will we, but we'll also have our Soj ult, which isn't the strongest, but can be pretty good. Oh, Earth missed that. Should be fine. Should go with Soj ult now, just to delay.
They're trying to potentially wrap around. Yep, Cass is. We're gonna go in with Juno all here.
Orisa. Yeah, nice, good Juno kill. Now this is really messy for them. If you're smart, you don't kill. Don't kill, don't kill, don't kill. Yes. This is such a good stagger. Wall them, wall them, wall them.
Oh! They tried.
Here for last fight. They should not fight this. It will be a 4v5.
We're gonna have Mei ult here potentially. Do they fight this? I don't think they fight this.
They
No.
They should not fight this. Okay. That being said, it wouldn't be the worst idea just to throw your bodies at the wall and force us to use Mei ult, but
Yeah.
they will have Juno ult. Juno, Genji, Orisa?
They're gonna have almost all here. Cass is at 72%, so
Oh yeah, he has.
Genji's at 86.
Nice. Wall. We should Blizzard now.
We might just take this fight loss here. They're gonna win it with only one ult though.
Yeah, but they haven't capped, and that's the big thing here.
Oh, true. Trying to
So
get the kills, and we stayed alive. Nicely
Yeah,
done.
so point wasn't opened, so
Yeah.
we'll be able to fight when this is at 10%, and they don't have Juno ult, and that is a big ult, as this
Yeah.
entire series has proven. Oh wait, what is this Brig doing? Pull the Brig back. They're all very low, no clue what's going on. Oh, we needed to spin, not javelin there. Not sure if we can fight this or not, we'll see.
Oh, we're gonna.
Go. Oh, Blizzard needs to go. Nice, that's a big pick.
We do get Blizzard. Oh. Wavy.
Oof. Really bad ultimate management. That's 5
Yeah.
ults out from Ko.
They're gonna have Juno and Genji.
Genji,
And that's a
should be
fight
enough.
win. Yep.
But big
We
thing
fought
here is
back.
We do still have Brig.
Yep.
I don't think it's crazy to think, and it really is. If Chris hits a javelin on your Genji, it's really over. Ko needs to take a very aggressive angle here and then back up really fast with Juno orbit. And here it comes. We get it. We get the boot. I think it'll be too little, too late, though.
Hey, so showing some life there. I think we played better that second half. We kind of made more sense of it. But play the map. We'll go to EXO. And that will be it for us tonight as Illinois Wesleyan takes it 3-1. Ko very close to pushing that to a game number 5. And we'll be back tomorrow night with, or not tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. with Homecoming as we try to cement ourselves into the top 64. We have rounds 7 and 8, 10 rounds in the Swiss South, so 2 more weekends. So we'll see you all tomorrow.